Is this the soundtrack in your backyard? Put an end to the menace. DynaTrap captures mosquitoes and other flying pests and lets you enjoy the peace and quiet once again. Silent, simple. With DynaTrap, mosquito relief is on the way.
It's so funny. I actually really love that opening because I like the soundtrack, the little slapping, 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 right? But the truth of the matter is no one loves the stinging, the biting, the blood sucking, the noisy, the swatting, creating bugs that fly around when we go outside. We go outside because it's our oasis. We've invested in that outside space over the past 24 months in a way that we never have before. And yet, a lone mosquito can drive us back into the house. A lone wasp can make us go back into the house and an end to the fun. That's where DynaTrap comes in. I want you to think about these DynaTrap machines as your little avatars. So I have 3 little Rachels sitting next to me. All you do is let us know what size you want. You're gonna put this out in your yard. You are going to plug it in and you are going to walk away. And what's going to happen is that you will notice that over the next couple of days, you're not seeing those mosquitoes or hearing those wasps or those flies, or seeing those stink bugs, or the no-see-ums. So this is genius, and this just launched in March, and we've sold, how many did you say? Over 69,000, because we all have that outdoor space, and that outdoor space we invested in, and we want to reclaim it. We want to take it back, and that's just in this model that we've sold that many. So this is exclusive to QVC because we've got other colors that you will only find here. We have a price that you will only find here, and when I show you the difference in retail, you're gonna go, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So you let us know, do you want it for a 1/4 acre? So that's if you have a smaller space. Do you want it for the 1/2 acre? That's like the Goldilocks size, I suppose, but you're basically gonna tell us what land you wanna cover. Or do you want it in the full-on acre? Now, let me share with you the value and the price breakdown, because we do have all of these on Easy Pay, which is pretty phenomenal. So you're going to get it now and you're going to pay for it over time. And we've got a tremendous value on this. So in that 1/4 acre, we're at $62. Our price is $72, but let me tell you that at DynaTrap.com, it's $104. So we save you $42 on the 1/2 acre. It's an Easy Pay of $20.98 on the 1/4 acre. On the 1/2 acre, we're $104. Our usual price is $121. But at DynaTrap, the 1/2 acre is $174. So we're saving you $70 off that one. When we talk about the 1 acre, we're $167. At DynaTrap, it's $284. So we're saving you $117. So right now, right here is the best place to buy your get rid of the mosquitoes, get rid of the gnats, get rid of the no-see-ums, get rid of the stink bugs. This is the tungsten. That's the only color that you can get out the market. That's the only color that you would be forced to pay if you weren't shopping here, those higher prices. Now all these other ones are exclusive. The navy, I love the navy. It's phenomenal. Then we also have the copper, which is gorgeous. And then we also have the bronze. And we also have some green, but the green sold out in the 1/2 acre. So in the green, we only have the 1/4 acre and the full acre. It's F22864. Can I just share with you what bugs we're talking about? I think we got a bug graphic, and I'm gonna bring Sean in, but I want you to know immediately, if you're like, yes, Rachel, you didn't even need to explain this to me, I definitely want it. These are the bugs that it gets rid of. Mosquitoes, flies, wasps, hornets, stink bugs, moths. Those were the first 6, and then there's even more. The biting midges, and no-see-ums, Japanese beetles, gnats. Yeah, the gnats where you like swat your arm like to put away the gnat cloud. Let's get rid of the gnat clouds. Blowflies, yipes, drain flies, and muskets. I'm welcoming in Sean Pickford because he's the guy that brought this to us. And I know we've been bringing this for years, and I was saying to Sean that mine is years and years old, and no way, no how does it look this pretty. Actually, mine has this kind of silver mesh basket on the bottom, and that's it. It was like a mesh basket with a hat. But guess what? It gets rid of my mosquitoes and yuckiness, so I love it. Sean Pickford, nice to see you.
It's great to see you as always, Rachel. So yeah, I love mine too because I like being outside. I like to enjoy being out on the porch, out on the deck, out on the patio, and not doing this.
Right.
It's a cool soundtrack, but when you're doing it to yourself, that's horrible.
Right.
So, I mean, let's face it. We don't want to be chased away by the bugs.
So I just went through the bugs. Will you tell us actually how this works, and then we'll go back to the bugs again? But
sure.
What's going on that the bugs want to go here rather than coming and biting me?
Well, because it acts like you said, almost like a superhuman, a better us, because it gives off more carbon dioxide than we do. So they're attracted to the light, the warmth, and the carbon dioxide. That UV light, well, it lasts 6.5 times longer than probably the one you have right now. It'll last 2.5 continuous years. It attracts insects day and night, and it produces that carbon dioxide. This is the DynaTrap difference. It makes it different than anything else out there. That's why they are so attracted to it. Now, when they get close enough, they got terrible eyesight. There's a fan in there that sucks them down into the bottom where they expire. And this year, this feature is awesome. New one-touch, easy, empty system. You don't have to touch a bug. Just put it in that trash can, cover it up, goodbye, good riddance. It's that easy.
I think that this is probably a wow, like, because the first time we brought this to QVC, I was like, I didn't even know something like this existed. Like, this is Bananaramas. And will you remind us, because you started initially with the first 6 bugs that you got rid of, and then you keep adding on because you keep evolving. DynaTrap is the #1 bug trapping brand name out in the nation, and they keep making it better and better. Go ahead, Sean.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, but that new UV LED light, we adjusted the color temperature a little bit. So it looks almost purplish to you and I, but they're really attracted to the bug, whether it's the no-see-ums, the Japanese beetles, the misgids, the blowflies, you know, those 7 more that we added because of this newer technology and the way we do it. That's the great thing with DynaTrap. You don't just sit back and say, yeah, we got a great trap. We listen to customer feedback and say, how can we make it better? How can we make it easier to empty? But also, we want the bulbs to last longer. So these guys now will last you for 27 continuous months. Well, Rachel, for you and I, even if we use it 8 months out of the season, okay, we get 3 years out of one set before we have to think about replacing them.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And you know what? We actually have those bulbs. By the way, you'll find the bulbs on QVC.com.
Right.
And I know that we were going to put up that graphic because I'd love for you to walk us through the first 6. Oh yeah, we've got mosquito lures and we also have the light bulbs too. But will you show us again? Yeah, these are the first 6 that everybody wanted to get rid of.
Yeah, the worst one there is the mosquitoes, but also the flies, the wasps, the hornets, the stink bugs, and the moth. When we started with DynaTrap and we started testing, these were the only 6 that we tested for because they were the most effective on these 6. But because of the new technology, we added the biting midges and no-see-ums, the Japanese beetles, the gnats, the blowflies, the drain flies, and the muscid that you're seeing here. So now 13 different flying pests. If you get a DynaTrap and put it in your yard and you let it do its job and let it work, you don't have to worry about those things. So I love that a bigger basket too. That was you, the QVC customer, that said, hey, I'm catching a lot of bugs. Can you make the basket bigger so I don't have to empty it all the time? We did that. The all-weather construction, look, we had thunderstorms and stuff like that here already. Doesn't matter. And you know what? That UV bulb lasts 6.5 times longer than our original, ones that we did almost 7 years ago now. There's no buzzing, there's no zapping, there's no bug guts all over your deck or patio because we're not electrocuting anything. And this one-touch, easy empty system couldn't be any easier. You don't now have to unscrew the basket and, use a little screwdriver on the smaller one. So this makes it so much easier to dispose of all the things that you're attracting and capturing. And this is what they look like. These are bugs from my yard.
Yoinks.
Okay? So, yeah, but Yoinks is right. But the great thing is they weren't on me. They weren't on my kids. And they weren't on my dog that you saw earlier. So that's the great thing about it. They're in the DynaTrap. So now I can enjoy all of this without being forced inside by something so small that you can barely see it.
Let me just say that bug guts totally made me laugh. All of a sudden, I was like 5 years old. You're like, there's no bug guts. And I'm like, yeah, because who wants the bug guts?
You remember the ones before, the bugs, they would explode. People would put them right by their back door so you'd walk in and track it into your house. That was gross.
That was gross. So, and I, you know what? I just wanted to say a note too. They're for indoors and out. So if you were just thinking, because on our video it shows a lot of out, right, you can have them indoors as well. Wanting you to know. Let's get some tips and tricks from you where to put it and where to use it, how high off the ground, and all that stuff.
Yeah, great idea.
Okay.
So I mean, it's real easy. Don't put it right where you're sitting. So don't put it in that circle right where you are on the deck. Why? Because you're attracting the bugs to it. Place it 3 to 6 feet off the ground. That's what we call the fly zone. You can put it on a shepherd's hook. You can stand it on a wall. All right. You can use that new universal mount that we have that's available for you. You can leave it out. That's what it's made to do. Stay out in all the elements so you don't have to bring it in. And please, please, please leave it powered up 24/7 because you're going to catch a whole lot more bugs. And your catch rate's higher at night because there's less wind. but also they're more attracted to the light at night. So if you can put it away from a bright light around your house, you can do that. We say power it up because 24/7 will tell you, I mean, these are a couple pennies a day to operate, really. The 20, 40 feet away from where you are, don't put it in the center of your picnic table. They may stop off and bite you before they get caught by the DynaTrap. It's just the way it is. So turn it on and leave it on. Once it gets to 45 degrees, look, the bugs are out here. It's nice. It's a little breezy today, but the winds are now dying down. And there's going to be a lot of bugs this year. We had a lot of moisture. Fly zone is 3 to 6 feet off the ground. That's where they spend most of their time. Freshen it up means just check it every now and then. If you're getting it for the first time and putting it out in your yard, check it the first week. You will be amazed at the amount of bugs that you catch. And staying bright, well, we wanted to make it last longer for you. So now that 27 continuous months on these bulbs, and for you and I, Rachel, that's about 3 full seasons at 8 months a season. So that's pretty awesome.
And if you might be wondering, well, does this really work? I mean, Sean showed me a bucket of from bugs, but I don't know what that means. You all did a study
Right.
and counted bugs. We have like stats because somebody was the bug counter. And I don't think they were counting the bug guts. I don't know if we have that graphic, but maybe you remember?
Yeah, I mean, we did a study at the University of Nebraska. So in a 6-day period on the 1 acre here, we caught, I believe it was 2,945. Okay.
Yeah.
On the half acre in a 7-day study, right about the same number. It was like 2,500.
Here we
some.
go. Sean,
And,
we're not going to leave you hanging totally. Here you go.
There you go. I was close. So there you see 2,543 on the half acre. And then the quarter acre there in a 7-day period, 3,101. And as you said, we did the study, but we also counted every single one of the bugs in the trap. So we knew, first of all, we wanted to make sure, all right, were we catching the things we want to attract?
Right.
We don't want to attract hummingbirds and hummingbirds, butterflies, or honeybees. And we don't. So we made sure they weren't in there.
Yeah.
So that's the great thing about this. I mean, these are really unique. That's why we also give you the 90-day money-back guarantee with QVC. That was great of you guys to be able to do this.
90 days. And you didn't know there was going to be a pop quiz that I was going to do a quiz you. You did really well, by the way, with the numbers in the study. So here's the deal. You know what? Why would you not get this? I mean, if you're not buying this, it's because you're sitting there going, no, actually the bugs are fine, or they're not bad enough. Trust me, when someone gets a really big bite and they feel awful, it'll be bad enough. And you'll think, I really wish I had that. So $20.98 for the quarter acre, it's $34.98 for the half, $55.98 for the full acre. Those are the 3 easy payments. You've got 90 days to try this. And by the way, you're saving $42 to $117. Here are your colors. Tungsten, that's the only one that's available out in the world. And then we've got the navy. And then there's the green that's sold out in the half acre. We also have a rose copper. We're calling that copper. And then a bronze. If 22864 is your item number. Sean Pickford, thank you so much. We so appreciate you bringing this to us. And also the loppers and the pruners. Thanks. Have a great one. We'll see you later, Sean.
All right, bye-bye.
Thanks. You know what? Thanks for spending time with me. I really appreciate you spending time with me, and I appreciated the 2 hours with you. So I'm going to be back on QVC tomorrow at, I think it's 4 o'clock for Gourmet Holiday. Mary Beth Rowe, my beautiful, is right here. I can see her in my eyesight. She's got an hour with Philip Watson, and she looks amazing. So I'll see you later, as in tomorrow.
So looking for a